Hey there, everybody. Welcome back. So, should we smoke a prime rib like a brisket? Let's find out. Welcome back, everybody. So it is the holiday season. It really is one of the most wonderful time of year for us. So prime rib is an absolute delight for everybody, including ourselves. We love it cooked to a medium rare. There's nothing better than that. But I'm gonna break the paradigm and I wanna cook a prime rib like a brisket. This is something that many people do out there and it turns out fantastic, and that's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and get this prime rib trimmed out. So this prime rib we got from our local butcher, the commissary, and they cut the bones, pre-cut the bones right here. They've already twined it all up for us. And what I wanna do is cook this truly like a brisket, which has no bones, so I wanna remove the bones. As well as we're gonna probably trim a little bit of this fat cap off. So let's go ahead and take some of this twine off here. Remove the bones. That'll be for tomorrow, a chef's treat, while this is cooking on the grill. And as you can see, that's how the bones are. That is quite nice how he went ahead and butchered that for us. So let's go ahead and cut this off. These will not go to waste. We'll smoke these as well tomorrow. So this is what prime rib looks like. I'm gonna take a look. You can see kind of how thick this fat cap is. This is actually a ribeye. That's the round of eye, plus we got a spinalis. Where is the spinalis? Somewhere right around here, the spinalis. And the rib eye round right there. Covered with a nice fat cap. So let's go ahead and take some of that fat cap off. Okay, so you can see we took a lot of fat off of here, but there was a pretty good liner of silver skin under there, which nothing would have penetrated on seasoning wise. So quite a bit of fat. Let's go ahead and put this off to the side. All right, so we finished trimming this out. Everything looks good. We want to wrap this back up into like a roast. Okay, now that we got it all twined up, time to season it. I'm gonna go ahead and use some salt, pepper, and garlic. This is gonna, like I said, we're gonna cook it just like a brisket. Okay, get the last bits of pieces here. And there we go. Now it's all seasoned. We're gonna put it in the refrigerator, let it sit overnight. And early tomorrow morning, I'm gonna put this on the smoker, 225. So everybody out there have a good night, and we'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Welcome back this beautiful early Friday morning. It is a chilly one. It was about 24 degrees this morning when I got up. It was around 25, 26 when I turned the RECTEQ 700 on. And believe it or not, it only took about 5 minutes to get to 225. There was ice all over that. I'll show you a video of what it looked like this morning. Pretty cool. Anyways, today is the big day, breaking all the taboos that are out there. We are going to smoke a prime rib like a brisket. Well, it sat in the refrigerator overnight, and this is what it looks like right now. Looks and smells absolutely fantastic. We're gonna put this on the grill here in a minute. I am smoking a pork butt today as well, taking advantage of the long smoke, so might as well do 2 pieces of meat. Okay, so now that this is set, I did a quick video earlier on my brand new Temp Spike wireless temperature probes. We're gonna use them on the first cook today. I wanna go ahead and insert these before, because I'm testing these out. Here's something that's interesting. There was some a sticker on here that said to make sure to insert these probes past this line. That way it doesn't damage the probe. So we'll make sure to insert them. We're going to put one on this side all the way through. Take this one out, and why not put one on this side? Just like that. And if we take a look, oops, the other way around, 4654. So temperatures are working. There we go. They're starting to get evened out. All right, let's go put this on the grill. We'll put this fat cap up where the fat cap, majority of it was. We'll put this pork butt on the other side right here. With that said, we will let this go. I'll come back in about maybe 2 hours. We'll take a look and see where we're at. So let's get to cooking this. Okay, the prime rib has been 2 hours on the smoker. Let's take a look at it. Okay, the prime rib is looking really nice here. Fat's slowly starting to render. I took a screenshot of what my app is showing for what the temperature is. I'll put that on the screen now so you can take a look. I think at this moment we're gonna spritz a little bit. A little bit of apple cider vinegar and water. And go ahead and do the pork butt too. Okay, so that's the 2 hour mark on the prime rib. I have my temperature app set to go off at 120 degrees. That's typically when I would take this off at 120 degrees and sear it really good to get a nice crust on the outside. That way I can take it up to medium rare and then let it rest. And then we would carve it probably a little bit shortly after that so we can go ahead and eat. But that's not what this video is. We are cooking it all the way up to brisket temperature. But I will let you know at what point it reaches the 120 degree mark. We'll see in a little bit. Okay, so the alarm went off at 120 degrees at 2.5 hours. Let's take a look. Still looking good. This is where I would take this off if I was going to cook it like a normal prime rib. Let's close this up. So here we are at 120 degrees with this prime rib. This is exactly where I would take it off the smoker and I would crank everything up as high as I can get it, and then I would put it back on to sear that outside. Probably for about, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes. If that, I'd watch the temperature on it and I would take it off, let it rest. That way it could be a really nice medium rare. But right now, that's not what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and let this thing go like a brisket. And the next time I check this, we'll be right about that 165 mark. And I'm also curious to see if this thing is gonna stall like a brisket. We shall see. Okay, so it's been 7 hours, pressed through the stall. It is time to wrap it in butcher paper. Let's take a quick look. It was rocking a little bit over yep, there we go, 168, 169. That's about where I want to wrap it at. So let's put this in butcher paper. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap this like a brisket. Put a little bit of tallow on here, just like you would on a brisket. Since it is the holiday season with this prime rib, I'm gonna add some herbs. Let's go ahead and add some rosemary, sage, and thyme. This is all new. I have never done this before myself. We're gonna test it out. Put some here, just like this. We're gonna take the prime rib right there, just like that. And we'll add the rest of these up on top, just like this. There we go. And we'll wrap it just like that. All right, so it's all wrapped up. We're gonna go ahead and put it back on the smoker, let this rise up to the finished temperature, just like we would a brisket, and I'll bring you back then. All right, so that was a very long cook today. Cook was about 10 hours and 15 minutes. When I temped it out, it was 199, but more importantly, it was definitely probe tender, both the pork butt and the prime rib. But right now, what I'm gonna do is let this sit on the counter for, I don't know, maybe an hour or so, let the temperature come down to about 160. I'm gonna put it in the warmer at 150 overnight, just like I do a brisket, for our Veterans Day dinner tomorrow. And we're looking forward to that. We're gonna break bread with several veteran friends of mine, and we'll see what they think about prime rib cooked like a brisket as well. So until tomorrow, we'll see you then. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Quit on set! Are we ready? Reroll it? Action, yeah? Hey, welcome back. Happy Veterans Day, everybody. The main event. We're gonna open up this prime rib, cut it up, and take a look and see how it turned out being smoked like a brisket. I can tell you it smells really good.
Oh God, yes, that smell.
Let's take the herbs off of here. There we go. We'll take these probes out. I'll tell you, these probes are still working. It's been over 24 hours and these wireless probes are still broadcasting the temp. It held overnight. Look at this. That is absolutely wonderful. Okay. So, let's move this out of the way. There we go, just like this. We'll take this very first cut. Cuts through just like butter.
Butter, for sure.
There we go, look at that. Okay. The crowd is going wild. I do have an audience here. Yeah. They can't wait to get into this prime rib either. Which is good. This is going to tell me how well this prime rib turned out. Look at that. Good smoke ring. That's prime rib smoked like a brisket. I'm anxious to get into this and see how it tastes, as well as everybody else here. And this has been a great experiment to try. We're gonna find out whether you could, whether you should do this. Who knows? We'll find out in a little bit, and I'll let you know what everybody thinks. See you in a minute. Okay, so dinner is finished. We had an excellent prime rib this evening. Let me tell you, it tasted fantastic. Would I do it again myself? Probably not, because I love my prime rib at medium rare. But I can tell you around the table, it was a hit. We'll ask them in a second. But let's recap what I did. I went ahead and smoked it just like a brisket at 225 degrees. And I think I wrapped it somewhere around 6.5, 7.5 hours. And then the total cook time on the prime rib is around 10.5 hours. With that said, it stayed in the warmer overnight, and then we broke bread today with our fantastic friends and family here for Veterans Day. With that said, I would love to know, what did you guys think about this prime rib smoked like a brisket? Harlan?
First of all, happy Veterans Day to everyone out there. But I thought the food was excellent myself. The prime rib tasted like brisket, but yet it was very moist. So try it, because I'm going to try it next time myself.
Aaron, what did you think?
I thought it was absolutely wonderful. I mean, just like he was saying, it was very moist. I didn't even need a knife. You could just use your fork and it just slid right off. Very well done.
That's awesome. I appreciate that. Did you want to say something, Renee?
Yeah, I prefer a little drier meat. So I thought it was wonderful. The texture was really nice. The flavor, yeah, I loved it just the way you cooked it.
Well, I appreciate that. So thank you guys very much. I really appreciate that. To our son, happy Veterans Day as well. Thank you for showing up, even though you didn't get the chance to eat. So we appreciate it. But to everybody out there, the answer is yes, you can smoke a prime rib like a brisket. Should you? That is completely up to you. As I always say, you're the chef and do what you like to do for you and your family. To everybody out there, to all our friends and family, peace.